Welcome back to the channel, your go-to source for all things NIO. If you're a fan of electric vehicles, cutting-edge tech, and the latest stock market moves, you're in the right place. If you're ready for a deep dive, grab your coffee and let's jump right in. Let's start with a quick snapshot of the current situation. As of today, NIO's shares are down around 4.97% and the stock is hovering near the $7.46 mark. If you've been keeping track of the stock market, you might have noticed that this price movement isn't exactly the best news. But the reality is the market is full of ups and downs. This drop is part of the volatile nature of the stock, especially in the electric vehicle sector where fluctuations are par for the course. But here's where it gets interesting. Despite the drop in stock price, the options activity around NIO has been showing a mixed sentiment, and when I say mixed, I mean there's a split between what traders are expecting to happen next. It's kind of like when you check a weather app, it might say cloudy, but you could still get some sun peeking through. The options volume, basically the number of contracts being traded, is right about in line with the average, clocking in at 206,000 contracts for the day. Nothing out of the ordinary in terms of activity there. Now, this is where it starts to get more interesting. The call options are leading the puts, which means more traders are betting on a rise in NIO's stock than a drop. The put-call ratio is sitting at about 0.39%, which is slightly higher than the typical level of 0.35%. What does this tell us? Well, when the put-call ratio is low, it typically suggests that there's more optimism in the market. So what happened today? This selling pressure has likely contributed to the dip we're seeing today, and it shows just how quickly market dynamics can shift when short positions are unwound. As we've seen in the past with NIO, things can change fast. One piece of good news could cause the stock to pop, while one piece of bad news could send it into a tailspin. The options market is just trying to price in all of those possibilities, and right now it looks like there's a slight edge toward the bulls, even with today's drop. So what should you take away from all of this? Well, for starters, NIO's stock has been experiencing a bit of a rough patch, and options traders are reflecting that uncertainty, but the fact that calls are still leading the way, combined with the flatter put-call skew and the drop in implied volatility, suggests that investors might see this dip as a potential buying opportunity. The market is staying cautiously optimistic even if the stock is down in the short term. Alright folks, that's a wrap on today's breakdown of NIO's mixed options sentiment. It's a lot to digest, but hopefully this gave you a better understanding of the current market dynamics. Whether you're holding NIO stock, thinking about buying, or just following the action, it's always important to stay informed, especially when it comes to options trading and implied volatility. Remember, things can change quickly in the world of stocks, but having a solid grasp on the data can help you make more informed decisions. If you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more NIO updates, stock breakdowns, and EV news. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think NIO is due for a rebound, or are we in for more of the same? Let's chat about it. Until next time, stay charged up and keep riding the wave with NIO.